Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's time for another random destruction. I didn't do one on Sunday, so I thought I'd sneak it in today. Now, I'm in my KV2 Tier 6 Russian heavy tank, and it's a Tier 6 match. And it's pretty favourable as well, matchmaking, and I love the KV2. I really do. I love it even more when it's top tier with favourable matchmaking. Because, yeah, it's just good fun, isn't it? Mind you, even in a, if you use it carefully and properly, even in a tier 8 match, you can come out looking quite good, because you kind of use it, well, you sort of stay back, let other people spot for you, and kind of use it as a direct line of sight mortar in tier 8 matches. And doing that, I kind of find that you do all right as long as you stay out of the way. Try and stay out of the enemy team's view range, and basically, like I say, just use your teammates to spot for you when you're in tier 8. But anyway, this is not a tier 8, this is tier 6. I am top tier. There is a TOG in here as well, and yeah, I think I can get through the side of a TOG with this. If I aim it properly, I think there might be a little bit of space down on there in a couple of places. As long as I don't hit the tracks, should be alright. But anyway, if I can just hit the big flat side panels, should pen and make quite a mess. Although TOGs do have a lot of health, so there'll be a couple of shots at least. Anyway, now the team spread. Most of the team have gone up the eastern side of the map there towards the north, as you can see. And there's a few of us that have come across this way, but I'd already seen on the map there was a heavy down near the swamp, just around this corner really, where I'm aiming here. And that's why I'm just waiting here, just in case they pop round, because they did look as though they were possibly coming back. So I thought I'd just take aim on the corner, wait to see if they come round, and they haven't, and I'm just gonna keep edging forwards. Don't forget, even though this is a tier 6, I think it's got pretty much the same hull armour as the KV1 at tier 5, so I don't think it's any better on this. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. So just got to be careful. Something spotted me, but I don't have a very good view range on this, so I can't see what it is. Although it could have been that KV85, maybe. Although they don't have a very good view range either, so no, it's going to be a bit of a tricky shot through this ruined doorway. But it went straight and true. Didn't pen, but still did 391 damage, and that's kind of why I like the KV2. Because even though I didn't pen, I still did nearly 400 damage. And now, let's see if I can make that tricky shot through the doorway twice. And I can. Gotta love that Russian accuracy. Because this thing, I mean, the accuracy on this is what, 0.62 or something like that. Yeah, I've just made that shot through that doorway twice. Oh, now the VK3601H has decided to come round. He did manage to get a hit, but I'm now reloaded. And he's behind that building, and hopefully I'm out of line of sight from anything else on his team. So I'm going to start pulling back a bit, keep an eye on that bit where I was thinking he was going to come out, and indeed he did. And I bet I wish he didn't. That's going to leave a mark. Yeah, definitely that's going to leave a mark. Now, oh, is that the TOG? Yes, it is, the mighty TOG. And I kind of almost feel guilty for doing this to a TOG. I like the TOG. It's shit, but I like it. Oh, now that Skoda, he's come around the corner, and if you notice on the map, something I did forget to mention as well, that corner has been lost by us, basically. We did have a couple of tanks up there, but they've been taken out. But I have got a heavy, possibly starting to come round behind me to give me a bit of a hand. There's the TOG, waiting for the reload. It's going to be close, and I just clipped his arse. In fact, I think I might have hit the tracks there and just done splash damage. But I need to get behind here. He's going to come back. Yeah, there he is. Let's see if I can just angle it. Wait for the reload. Now, is he going to come back out again? That heavy's coming around behind me, look. And is the Tog going to come back out? If he is, I'm ready for him. And, oh. Nope. Another heavy's going to pop up on my side instead. Not heavy, a medium, sorry. I put a shot in, but again, just splash damage. Hit the tracks. It was very hasty. But it was enough to set him on fire. And now me and the Bogatir are going to try and ram him to death. I think ram is a bit of a strong word. We're going to try and nudge him to death. And, yeah, that was almost a waste. He burnt mostly to death. The Tog had managed to get round behind us though, while we were trying to nudge the nudge the Type 58 to death. And yeah, he's managed to take down the Bogatir, but I'm now reloaded. Bye bye Tog. That one went through the weaker side panel, like I was trying to do earlier. And we're all being spotted again. And it's arty, so I've got to be careful now. I'm on less than 200 health. A good solid hit from arty will take me down. And what's left in there? Wolverine. What's that got? 76 mil, I think. So he's probably going to take a couple of shots to take me out. Yeah, the Wolverine don't go 90 mil, does it? No, that's the Jackson. Yeah, 76 mil, I think. And a Churchill 3, and obviously 2 Arty. Now I was heading up towards the enemy cap, try and take out Arty. And the idea was to basically get into cap, to hopefully take out the Arty, and try and draw the TD and the heavy back. But then the TD popped up on the map. You can see we've got one other heavy left on our team, and he's right up in that northeastern corner. And he's also in a Churchill 3, I think, so he's, you know, he's not very quick. So even though this the KV2 isn't the quickest machine, I think I probably am going to be a bit quicker than a Churchill 3, although a Churchill 3 I think can do 28 kilometers an hour. I mean, said that, which is about what I'm doing. So, I don't know, or have I got that wrong? Is it 24? I know it's quicker than the Churchill 7. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. Regardless of that, I'm heading back to cap. I've got to try and take out this Wolverine without getting Arty to the back of the turret as well. Yeah, there's a Wolverine. I don't have the gun depression to get at him. I'm not going to go up over this rise to give him a shot. I was trying to just entice him into maybe taking a shot, although the thing I've got to remember is that even if he does, he's not got a very long reload before he can put another one at me anyway. So I need to get myself in a better position, try and take him out as fast as possible, because Arty is going to be aiming in on me. Now, another thing that I forgot to mention as well is the last replay on this video is actually the World of Warships video, and I've put it at the end so that any of you that want to watch it can, and people that don't want to watch it and just aren't interested in World of Warships can watch the tanky stuff at the beginning of the video, and then they can just turn it off when World of Warships comes on, because if you're not interested, there's no point in watching it, you know. I get that, but yeah, I've put it on, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in the actual replay now. I'm not on radar. I have had Arty come at me, I think. Did he knock my tracks off while I was talking? I think he did. And the Wolverine has made a rush for the building now. I need to try and get behind him. I'm going to angle. There's Arty. Just clipped me again. The Wolverine puts one into me and leaves me on very little health. And I'm still not reloaded because I missed him. But that was the reload, and that was quite a lucky snapshot. I need to get that off, and I need to get the hell out of here, because there's still 2 Arty left, and yeah, they can land sort of anywhere within the same postcode as me, and they're probably going to kill me. Having said that though, that one landed right behind me. That was very close. That could have been all over for me right there and then. Now, while I've been doing that, the Churchill 3 looks like it's taken out the enemy Churchill. But now we've got Arty coming in again. Now, one of them is over in the corner near the cap, and the direction that his shells are coming from, that's definitely where he is. The other one, well, I could have sworn I'd seen him coming down the eastern side of the map earlier, but I'm not sure where he is now. I would have thought the Churchill might have spotted him if he was there, So he's possibly pulled back. He might have even pulled back to go and team up with the other arty, and then they can try and cover each other. So I'm going to try and get... There he is. I was just going to say I'm going to try and get through this swamp and get out to the other side. Take a snapshot on the move. I do not want to stay out in the open and let either of them get a shot at me. Because one's over there, the other one, like I say, is up near cap. So I need to try and just keep myself covered a bit in there until I drop off radar, and then I'm going to try and sneak round. Now obviously the Churchill, you can see him coming around the other way. He'll know that that arty was spotted up there, and if I can just quietly move out here, there he is, and I'm not spotted. And again, not fully aimed, but it was a lucky shot. RNG was definitely on my side with some of these shots that I've made in this match. And now it's just down to the last arty. He's up near cap somewhere. I actually thought he might be in the sort of one line somewhere, you know, ABC area. Right over on the sort of very left hand side or the western side of the enemy cap. That's why I sort of headed off up this one. I thought if he is up there, hopefully he's not going to be looking at me. I can try and sneak up behind. If he's not over in that side and he's over at the other side of the cap, then I'll be coming up on the wrong side of him anyway, so hopefully he might not be looking this way. But at the minute it's basically, yeah, he could hit me, I could hit him. It could be one of those things where we both aim by it and both die. So gonna have to be careful. Oh, there he is. Churchill 3 spotted him. Where is he? I can't quite get the aim. He's just pulled back behind that rise, and I've got to try and get up there and try and get a shot at him. And hopefully the Churchill 3 might be able to take him down before I do it. Come on, because I don't want to get taken out by an arty. And no, he's just shotgun the Churchill 3, unfortunately, but that means he has got a reload. But damn the gun depression. There we go. Oh, aim time, aim time, aim time. He's seen me, he's looking at me. Take the shot, and just... That just seemed to skim the ground. But it hit him, and that's all that matters. So not a bad round, quite a fun round. Didn't make much money because of the premium consumables that I've got on that. Well, premium consumable. I think I've got combat rations. But I came out with a high caliber, an ace tank, Devastator, of course, Top Gun, and a nice 6,000 daily double for it, which is a shame because I'm not grinding through it anymore. But at least it puts a nice bit of XP onto the crew. But yeah, quite happy with that match, and that's why I love the KV2. And like I say, I love the KV2 even more when it's top tier with favourable matchmaking. Now, the next replay for you is not a full replay, and it was actually recorded on the PlayStation. It's my wife playing, and she's in the US Sexton, you know, the little overpowered tier 3 arty, which is just damn good fun. And it was, like I say, she recorded it on the PlayStation hard drive. She was sort of playing the other day, trying to get through the Bogatyr. And this happened on Himmelsdorf. It had been quite a frustrating match so far, just near misses. It should have hit, and just didn't. And Himmelsdorf is a really, really frustrating map for any kind of arty, apart from maybe that T18 when it's top tier. But anyway, put this one on because it's quite an amusing little shotgun run. So that's one. Because, yeah, the enemy have swept up and over the hill. And as you can see there, we're then encroaching on the friendly cap. And, yeah, the friendly team has kind of crumbled a little bit. The hill just got wiped out. And now the whole eastern side of the map is basically open for the enemy to just rush down. And here's another one. Oh, just missed. But the US Sexton... yeah, it's quite a tough little bugger. The upper superstructure, actual flat bits that hide the gun, not particularly tough. The rest of the tank isn't too bad actually for a tier 3 arty. And as you can see, they can bounce the odd shot. But that's now 3 shotguns. And oh, getting across the road, there's a T2 light tank up there as well, and a TD coming around. But the T2 light tank, yeah, stopped in his tracks. Is that a BT that's just coming around there? BT7? Looks like it, possibly, not too sure. And there's a Marder 2 It does go for the top down view because of where it is. Can't quite get a shot. Fires, but it does miss. And just poking around to lock on. Obviously, if that Marder hits, that's, you know, that's not gonna that's not gonna bounce. That's gonna hit. That's gonna pen. But he's now pulling back and trying to come round a different way. And if you watch the map, the other friendly arty, now the team, really, to be honest, the team were behind. It's just been pulled back quite a bit. It helps the fact that my wife has just shotgunned 4 of them, so that's 4 tanks less on the enemy team. There's the Marder. There was the Marder. So yeah, quite a fun little sort of shotgun sequence there. And all of a sudden, the last TD gets taken down, and there's just an arty left on the hill, and the team cap out for the win. Now, here we are for the World of Warships replay. This was, so far, I think this is the best game I've had on it, or the most XP that I've earned in a game. I'm in a tier 4 battleship. You've still got 10 tiers. You've got destroyers, which are small, fast, lightly armoured, normally armed with, always armed with torpedoes and pretty crappy guns, and they're fast and everything else. Then you've got your cruisers, which is sort of general purpose type thing, I suppose equivalent to maybe a medium tank, if you want to look at it that way. Battleship heavy, and then you've got aircraft carriers as well. Now, this beginning bit, I have sped it up because, I mean, it's a big battleship. It is slow and it is cumbersome, and for the first 4 minutes of the game, I am basically sailing from the start point to, well, where the game goes into normal speed. There we go. So that was 4 minutes sailing from there to here. Now, or roughly about 4 minutes anyway. This is a mixture. The replay files, the way it works, it will sort of copy your direct camera, what you're doing, but you can also go into a free camera. Now, I've just managed to get a nice salvo into that destroyer with it and took him down. But this was about the 3rd or the 4th time I think, recording this clip, because I have to use screen recorder, not my capture card, and I'm not used to using them. The one that I got with my editing software didn't work properly. It came out a bit jerky, and there was no game sound there, just my commentary. And then tried recording it again. Got the game sound, but the commentary wasn't there. Tried again, and it came out choppy again. That was a different editing software. But anyway, finally got round to getting the right, getting a decent one that works properly. And yeah, the microphone button is the wrong way round. So when it looks like the microphone's on, it's off. And when it looks like the microphone's off, it's on. So I recorded the thing again for the 4th time. And the only bits that were on it were where I turned the microphone off, in air quotes, to clear my throat and cough. So throughout the entire video, that was it. Basically, you just had silence, and then every now and again me coughing or clearing my throat. So I've managed to pull the commentary audio off that. I've got this video, and this was actually... Yeah, there are bits in this where it might look like I'm doing stuff and I'm not actually talking about it now. That's because this is the video that should have had a commentary on it, so as I'm doing things with the mouse, I'm obviously talking about them. And yeah, you know, trying to show you them at the same time, whereas, you know, that's not here because there is no commentary. But this one, it's not... I watched it through to make sure that it looks alright, it doesn't look a bit daft. And yeah, no, it looks alright. I sort of switched between the relevant cameras at the sort of right times. So I thought it'd be nice to put it on and just show you guys. And these, you know, World of Warships videos are not going to replace my sort of daily videos at night, but they may go up through the day's extras because the editing's quicker, and I can save these up. They're just basically replay files, so they're not particularly big. And the biggest replay file is like a couple of meg, something like that I've got so far. So yeah, they're not very big, and I can save them up and just use them as and when. Yeah, I managed to take down that. Is that a battleship? Yeah, managed to take down a battleship as well. Not just on my own, with some help. And there's a cruiser up there who's about to crash into that island, which means that he's going to have to start reversing and moving very slowly, and we can all get lots of shots in at them. Now they are friendly planes, thankfully. You know, I've not played I don't even think I've played 100 games on this yet, so I'm not even going to attempt to tell people, you know, how it should be played or anything like that. My highest ship is a tier 5. You know, and I can say, you know, I can say the odd little bit about it, but you know, in a few months to come, I may start reviewing ships for this, that sort of thing. But I am going to put the odd video up every now and again for it when I have a decent game, and maybe in the future start doing the odd ship review, that sort of thing. But I've got to learn a lot more about this game before I can talk about it with any kind of authority. But at the moment, I'm just having fun on it. I'm getting used to it. I've got to grips with the ammo. I used to just spam HE on it because I thought, well, you fire the HE and hopefully it goes through the deck, blah, 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 but no. And that's because it said about the armor piercing. If you fire at something too thinly armored, it goes straight through. And yeah, it can do that, but you better stop using armor piercing anyway. From what I've, you know, from doing all the research and everything else, fire HE at destroyers because they'll paper thin, and because it's funny. And if you specifically want to set a target on fire, then fire HE at it into the superstructure, that sort of stuff. Otherwise, just use armor piercing, unless your armor piercing cannot pen the target that you're shooting at. Now, I did take a torpedo hit there. Use my repair kit. You do actually get charges on your consumables on here, and you do have a damage party control as well, which is similar to the patch kits they were going to bring into World of Tanks, but in this it works because it's a dirty great ship with hundreds of crew that would obviously be going around patching bits up. You know, just superficial damage, that sort of thing. You don't have that on a tank. And so, yeah, the patch kits in World of Tanks just didn't work. In here, the damage repair party, only battleships get it, and it is to simulate the repair parties on the ship, going around and doing it. Yeah, there I'm talking about the different types of ship and what we've lost and what have you. That's why I brought that bit up, and you can see the mouse flapping about. It's a tier 5 match, by the way, as well. I don't know if there were any tier 5 battleships in here, but there were a couple of tier 5 cruisers. And yeah, it's not going too bad. It looks very nice as well, especially when you've got loads of planes flying around and getting shot down, and they're going down in a streak of flame and smoke, and it just looks fantastic. Really atmospheric. And yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Was I just not paying attention? Or was there just no, there might just be no avoiding those. Yeah, like I say, it is big. It does take a long time to turn, and even when you're turning, it then takes time for your rudder to come back to the 0 position, you know, the centered position. So you have to sort of stop turning in time, otherwise you could turn too far and end up having to turn back again, and it does take a bit of getting used to. But I am really enjoying this, and I would really hope that they do eventually bring it to console. I think it'd be really good fun on console. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And I've also signed up for the beta of that Skull and Bones as well. That's coming out, the sort of piratey game. It looks a bit like this, but piratey. Although, I don't know. I'm not getting too excited about it. It's Ubisoft at the end of the day. Ubisoft do have a history of very, very much hit or miss with their games. Now, the hit to the Citadel, that's what I want to do. That's the point in the centre of the ship, and it is harder to do, but that's when you're going to do your big, big damage. But yeah, with Ubisoft games, you know, I've enjoyed some of the Ubisoft games, but they are very much hit or miss. They're either a big hit or they're just a bit of a big fail. And, you know, there's some games companies that you can pretty much guarantee every game that they bring out is going to be like a good game. Whether it's not the genre that you're into, within that sort of genre is, you know, a really good game. But then there are other companies, like I say, that are sort of quite hit and miss. And yeah, unfortunately Ubisoft are one of them. And I don't know, this Skull and Bones, yeah, I don't know. It looks nice, but I'm not holding out much hope. Yeah, I definitely wasn't paying attention for those torpedoes. That was an unnecessary hit that I took there. But yeah, I don't know. It's like with the Assassin's Creeds, you know, obviously Ubisoft do those. And I mean, Assassin's Creed 3, great game. Assassin's Creed Black Flag sort of expanded on the ship side of things from Assassin's Creed 3 and was a damn good game. It was a really good Assassin's Creed game. Then they did Assassin's Creed Unity, was it? The one in the French Revolution. What a step backwards that was, with just about everything. They tried to improve the fighting system, it just didn't work. I don't, you know, I mean, and I'm not just saying it, I've, you know, sort of been in the games industry, worked in a game shop for a number of years, played a hell of a lot of games, you know, I sort of kind of know what I'm talking about with that sort of stuff. And with Unity, it was the same, a lot of people said the same thing, it just didn't quite work. You could see what they were trying to do, but they messed with stuff that wasn't broken. And sometimes, yeah, it's like with the free running side of it, they made that a bit too complex, you know, about holding this to move up while then they're allowed to go down. And again, a good idea, it just didn't quite work. It was a bit clumsy, and the fighting seemed clumsier in it than it did in the previous games. And they got rid of all the ship combat stuff, which is what a lot of people loved about Black Flag, because it was different. And this Skull and Bones, like I say, I don't know. I think if the team behind Black Flag had have done it, it could have been awesome. But from what I've seen of it, I don't know. There's some bits that look quite pretty, lots of nice little touches, but there are other bits, like when you fire the cannonballs and you get this sort of, and it literally just looks like a solid ribbon of smoke or a trail or something from it, a blur, I don't know, but it just like almost like a solid ribbon. And the physics with definitely with the cannonballs and the mortars don't seem very nice. It just seems very, very arcade. An arcade in a very old-fashioned way as well. And obviously World of Tanks is an arcade, you know, an arcade online battle arena sort of game. It's an arcade tank game, but the physics in it don't feel arcade when it comes to the shells and things like that. That sort of thing. I don't know. See, there's trailers, there's an E3 gameplay trailer, and there's just, like I say, parts of it look nice, but there are parts of it that I think are just, I don't know. And I don't know. Well, you guys are going to have a look, see what you think to it, but I've signed up for the beta anyway. I'd rather do that, hopefully, because obviously you have to get awarded the beta, so hopefully I'll get accepted to that, and then I'll be able to make a more educated decision about whether I actually like to get it. I might completely change my mind. You know, these opinions I've expressed on it so far have just been based on what I've seen. So I did that with another game called Dreadnought, and it's a bit like World of Tanks but in space. Well, it's a bit like this actually, but in space with huge spaceships, and you've got different classes, and it looked really good. In fact, you know, I like this sort of stuff. I like World of Tanks, so I thought that's kind of right on my street. So I looked at it. It had a beta, signed up for it, got the beta, downloaded it, hated it. It just, I don't know. It was an early beta, and they have been updating it. I'm going to have another look at it. They've done a couple of updates, but the way the ships handle and feel, it just, I don't know. It wasn't nice. I don't know what it was about it. It just, I don't know. But anyway. See what I mean about the planes getting shot down? And you can hear the sound of the engines, you know, them hitting. It just, very, very atmospheric, this game, when you're in the middle of a battle and you've got planes getting shot down, you've got shells coming in, shells flying out. It can get very, well, like I say, very atmospheric. But at the moment, well, we were losing quite badly at one point, and we're still losing now. With this mode, it's domination, so you've basically got to either destroy all the enemy ships or get to 1,000 points. And the enemy team were looking like they were going to beat us. They really did, and between us, the remaining team members, we are managing to sort of just pull it back. Now you can get points by destroying enemy ships. Depending on the ship, depends how many points you get, or you get points for holding the capture points. And I've just managed, well, I'm trying to capture this capture point at the moment. We've got 2 of them. The enemy have got 2 of them. We have managed to build our points back up. And oh yeah, and your team will lose points if you get a ship destroyed as well. But at the moment, has it just switched over? Not quite yet, but we're catching up. Yeah, we're catching up, 800 and something, there are 900 and something, and if we can destroy a ship, they'll lose some points, they'll drop, and we might even just overtake them on points, and yeah, we could pull this one back round. But a few minutes ago, it did look as though we were going to lose, and in fact, the announcer even said, you know, the enemy team are going to win, that sort of thing, or, you know, they're getting close to victory. But now, very small preview window again, and Yeah, the points have switched around. We are now in the lead. All there is left is these two aircraft carriers, sorry, and it's just a case of whether we're actually going to get the damage done to destroy both of those before we get 1,000 points. Possibly not, because when we destroy one, we will get points as well. And can I reload in time to get another salvo off at him? Am I going to get the kill on him? I don't know. They're going to hit. That might take him out, but I'll fire one anyway. Well, the other ship hit, but mine was the one that did the damage to take him down. And yeah, we're nearly at 1,000 points, so this match is about over. In fact, there you go. But this was the best match I've had on this game so far, and it's the highest XP I've got. But it was a first win. I can't remember if it was an extra 100 XP, 100%, or so basically a double or an extra 50. But I got, well, there you go. Came out with 4,800 done and a Dreadnought achievement. But yeah, definitely the best one I had, and that was kind of a turnaround in the game for me. But there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'll be back later on with another one for you, possibly XCOM, because we've got the Valkyria tanks this weekend. So until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.